Check.
Dogs, chat. Plus dogs and chat.
Okay, welcome back to Boxcast. Sorry, we're a little bit later than the advertised start time. With a little bit of technical issues getting up and running. Yeah, we're going to be looking back at the upcoming fight between the fights that have just been in the Glory and Giza. So Usyk and Verhoeven and the undercard. And then we'll look at the fights that are coming up next weekend. So let's start with the main event. Boxing versus kickboxing. Legend of
No,
kickboxing
actually
versus...
start at the bottom, work your way up.
Oh, should we start the bottom?
Yeah.
Let's go backwards then. Get to the main event. Right. So the first fight was another heavyweight clash. Frank Sanchez Jr. versus Richard Torres Jr. Was that outcome nobody predicted?
Not a lot of people predicted it, no. I didn't predict it. I've been big enough
I
with
think,
Torres.
yeah, I think I did in our video about it as well. So I had 8th round KO for Torres Jr. So, and he was quite a heavy favorite, despite like Frank Sanchez being, quite a good,
Well, the problem is Frank Sanchez has been out the ring for over 400 odd days, and Richard Torres is
been out for quite a while as well.
a little bit. He's been flying.
Yeah.
Good young prospect, nice fella. I thought he'd win on point. I thought he'd just be too quick and too slick for
I
Sanchez.
thought he was going to do what basically Caballero did, but with more, with the work rate, maybe not as like powerful as Caballero, but yeah, basically work him out, wear him out with his workload, isn't it? Basically.
But he just made a couple of fundamental mistakes and got punished big time for it.
Yeah. So for those
Well, no, he did. Whether he made the mistake or Sanchez was just Sanchez got that left foot on the outside.
Well, the thing is this. I think we've said this before. When Sanchez fights, when Torres fights, he's he usually pushes forward with like quite a low head. He goes in, although he's got good like defense and good movement. I think the Sanchez side had watched it because they said in the corner, didn't they? If you watch back the corner in the round after the first round, they're like, yeah, he's going to come in like this, so there's a chance to hit him there.
Wait, they've been working on that uppercut the whole fight camp.
Yeah, yeah. And I think they just reminded him of it in the second round. He came out, he gave him the chance.
No,
Bang,
Sanchez
out.
got that left foot on the outside. Torres caught him with a pretty good shot, to be fair.
Yeah,
But then what Torres does is he leans low, waits, uses the glove to block it. But Sanchez hasn't thrown the punch yet, so it's when his gloves come back down,
he's bang.
he gets caught. And I mean, watch him trying to get up. Fair play to him, but
Yeah, it was gone. It was
he
fantastic.
looked like me the first time I went to the pub. You know, he was absolutely. He was in a world of trouble.
Yeah, he was out in the first. I mean, he's well done to him trying to get up, but like he was just out. Perfect punch, and so obviously, like I think you said, they've been worked on in the whole camp because they've looked at what he does, and yeah.
Fair play to Sanchez. He's with a bang.
Literally.
Throws him straight back in the mix. Weirdly, one fight and that's all it takes in the heavyweight division. And
well, he's
straight back in. He's IBF number one.
Yeah. Well, I think we gave him quite a lot, didn't we? In when he fought before Caballero, and then Caballero and that has obviously upsetting Caballero's moved up. But I mean, he was still always a good fighter. I mean, the thing I think I said it in the video as well, is he has his knee injury or leg injury.
Yeah, he has
if he hasn't got his movement, but it didn't really come into play here because it was only the second round, and he's managed to catch him on the they've looked at him and had the game plan and caught him on the way in, which was a bit faster than I think. That was a bit of a shock.
Huge shock.
But I did say if he's Frank Sanchez as Frank Sanchez, that's a tough fight. It's a 50-50 fight, depending on whoever's works out, and their game plan was better. I think Torres Jr. bounces back, but they need to look at a few things, isn't it? He puts him down again in the queue, whereas like you said, Frank Sanchez has gone right up now.
I mean, a loss. I mean, look at Dubois. A loss didn't do him any harm, really, did it? Because he got a title fight straight away. But I think he's still quite raw, Frank Sanchez. Sorry,
Richard Torres Jr.
Yeah, I mean, I had him up there with Atoma as
Well, that's who
one of
there's
the
talk of
the
after this
futures.
fight is have a fight with Atoma. I think he's called him out.
Look, he's gone in against an experienced guy, and he's got sparkles. He will bounce back from that. He'll be devastated.
Yeah, you could see that on his face afterwards. That's why we've been trying to get up, but it's not something they expected.
Go
It was
back to
like
gym.
perfect punch. Yeah.
Work on your stuff. But yeah,
I think he's got too much not to do, isn't it? Yeah, there's obvious things to fix and things to look at. But yeah, well done to Frank Sanchez. Yeah, fantastic. I mean, we've always thought. I think we have said that on the video.
IBF mandatory.
Mm-hmm.
Not that he'll ever. Well, I don't think he'll get Usyk, but if the IBF are pretty.
But you're in the
IBF is strict, so we'll have. If they call for the belt and Usyk might vacate, then he becomes champion, doesn't he? So
yeah, he's right in the mix.
There
He's
you go.
obviously Usyk, we're going to speak about in a little bit later, as the main fight is going to be there forever anyway. So you're right in the mix, isn't it, for whatever happens next?
Good on him.
Yeah, good performance. Unexpected a bit, but yeah. But I think if you weren't on the that recency bias, like you said, if he hasn't had that many, because he hasn't had that many fights, realistically, you should have been the favorite if we were going. If you take that out of it, but yeah, well done to him. It was a good. Well, whoever won was going to be in there, isn't it? It was either if Torres had won, he'd have been the real deal. He's not quite there yet, but Frank Sanchez is back. So
look, it's heavyweight boxing. One punch changes everything.
We're going to see that a bit later.
We should know that. Especially when with two big units that they are. So
yeah. But yeah, that's what we said, 50-50. Or I said, and it's gone a bit more. So next one was Jack Catterall. Gear 7, Jack Catterall.
Get in, Jackie boy.
So my prediction was Catterall on points.
Yeah.
I think we both said that anyway. So, yeah, fantastic performance, I think, isn't it?
Really good performance.
I think he neutralized Giasov, didn't really let him get going, and every time he sort of started to go and just put him back, and the counter punching, the head movement was just, and then he had pop on all his punches, which is
I've still got one criticism of him though.
Go on.
He still could have got him out of there.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think he had the opportunity there if he'd have put the pedal to the metal to get him.
Yeah, he's just so cute. And it's simple boxing. That 1-2 he's got, that right jab, straight left, what is just, it's superb. But seeing in the last few fights with Jack now, he can box on the back foot, but against Esserman, he can go to war if he wants to. He can go to war. I think he was just super comfortable in there. I think he really enjoyed how he was boxing. Didn't take any risks. He looks good with the Smith brothers.
Well, he's changed a little bit, isn't it, with the Esserman in this fight, where he's putting before he attack, where he's putting pop on the punches, but still keeping the speed and the accuracy and everything. Yeah, I think the one criticism, and we've said it before, was that he doesn't go for it when he needs to. But to be fair, in this, I think Yesov was still dangerous most of the way through. I think if he'd really gone for it, it's a bit more risky, but he could have got him out of there. There was a few opportunities, but maybe something he can add on.
He's WBA champion now, so
I mean, just the champion. Has he been full champion, or is it the regular champion?
He's regular champion, so but then
because Rolly Romero, but there was some talk of that.
Yeah, I think on the day of the fight in the morning, they've announced that whoever wins that will be fighting for the full championship. So Rolly Romero's got 180 days.
Yeah.
No, the fight's got to take place within 180 days. But then obviously Rolly Romero tweeted that he's retiring because he's not getting any fights. Well,
You've got to fight now.
duh.
Yeah.
Jack Catchell's a nightmare for anyone. No one will want to fight him.
Yeah.
No one will want to
Well,
fight
that's
him.
why Rolly Romero is probably. Well, I think he was more retiring because he didn't want to fight Giasov, but because Giasov was the mandatory and was supposed to have a
I
fight.
don't see that about Rolly. I think I might be wrong about Rolly. I
Well, I
think
don't think it's a big enough fight, and I think because he's had to taste the
look,
big leagues more. You
Rolly's
think,
not a massive draw, is he?
yeah. I think that's he needs the A side on the other side, the big name, like with Garcia and Co. But like you're the champion now, you've got to at least do a little bit. You can put on a performance and build up your profile, um, and then you'll get those fights because 147 is a pretty stacked division. So
And Catchell's up there now, fed, and it's a
yeah,
good stuff. Let's be honest, he was robbed of undisputed
against Josh Taylor, the
against
first fight.
Josh Taylor. He come unstuck against was it Belanga? Was it Belanga?
No, Barboza, Arnold
Barboza,
Barboza
sorry.
Jr. Belanga's a bit heavier. Well, we mentioned Belanga a little bit
But
next week.
he's kept working away, Jack. Working away, and he's finally got his reward. So I'm absolutely over the
Well, I
moon
think we've
for him.
been talking about him we've mentioned him a fair few times in our earlier videos since we've been doing this, and said you can see there's something there, but he just needs to let it out, which I think he has. I think there's still a little bit more there, but he's let it out in the last few fights, and yeah, I think he deserves the chance to become full-on world champion because of
He is
the
he's
robbery.
WBA champion.
Yeah,
He is WBA champion. So
the super
good on him.
champion,
Whatever
whatever they call it.
you should say.
But yeah, hopefully he'll get the fight, and then
Yeah.
that would be an interesting fight. So yeah, I think quite a lot of people had that. Because when we did the thing, when we researched he was more favorite, but maybe because from the British bias. And then when I looked at it a bit later, the Giasov had he was the higher ranked and a bit more favorite outside of I think the UK. Yeah, we were right. So it is what it
That's
is.
all that matters.
That's what matters. And Catterall now
Great
is the
start for Catchell
WBA
as well,
champion.
sparking him on the floor in the first round.
Yeah. Well, he got caught with one, isn't it? But then he sort of moved out of it, then recovered, and then got him out, and then and then I think that gave him a bit of confidence boost, and then he's just gone on and on. So yeah, let us know what you think about his performances, performance against Giasov, and then is he in the mix, and what is his chances against Rowley and the other contenders at 147? Because he was I think with this would be a big confidence boost for him, wouldn't it?
Compete with them all.
Yeah.
Really does compete with all of them.
So yeah, let us know your thoughts on them, how he gets on with those. But it's a good fight, and Giasov was in it till the end. But yeah, I think every time he sort of Giasov tried to get on it, Catterall just put a bit more on it and then pulled it back. The most one-sided one, Hamza Shiraz versus Alan Begic. But I mean, it was quite. I had Shiraz by fifth round KO, so it's a little bit hard.
I think I said third.
Yeah, I think you were on the.
Yeah, it did. To be honest, it was a mismatch for me, that fight.
Yeah, I think that's
A
what a
complete
lot of them
mismatch.
were.
But
Round 2 KO is
yeah, Hamza did professional job. Didn't take his eye off the
Yeah, you
ball.
had round 3.
Went in there, established his jab really well. I think once he'd landed a couple of punches, he knew this lad was very negative, so he just bullied him and got him out of there.
Yeah, once he landed a few punches,
quickly.
Begic just went backwards, and it was it's what you expected. He just used his elite reach, his height, and his power, and just pushed him back. And Begic didn't really. I mean, threw a few punches on the defensive, but didn't really. There wasn't really much there. It was a golfing class. So yeah. We would have liked to see a little bit more fight in the thing, but yeah,
Not
for a world title fight. But I think,
I mean, that shouldn't have been for a world title.
Yeah,
Bad, but another British world champion.
Yeah, we can't argue with that. It's increasing.
Another British world champion.
So, I mean, there's not really much more on that one to say. Well, maybe who's next, isn't it? Because I think the Canelo and Billy has been announced as well. I think they've done the proper officially announced. I think it was already, thing
Yeah.
September the
Fight
12th
the
in
winner.
Riyadh. Yeah,
Fight the winner.
yeah.
Fight the winner.
It's a tough fight and tough guys, isn't it, for both of them? Because I think there's a lot of people just think Canelo. I mean, we've said that Billy's style fits with Canelo, but it'd be interesting to see what happens there, especially with number of upsets we've had yesterday. So this is
Canelo,
the only one that went really. The
Canelo
fight went
stops him,
straight.
Billy.
Yeah, his style is made for it, or he should comfortably.
But against Shiraz, different
That's a
kettle of
tough fight.
fish.
Yeah,
But I said to you last night, Shiraz, he's a unit, 6'3", young lad, future light heavyweight and cruiserweight world champion.
yeah. He's got the frame to go up to both.
Yeah.
Um,
Put him in with Benavidez next. Sparks him out.
Well, I think well, the problem is if he goes up to his weight, it's getting back down in it. So I think he's got a bit to do with super middleweight. But yeah, it could be a potential fight.
Need
Be
to
interesting.
go and fight
Light
Benavidez.
heavyweight or cruiserweight, isn't it?
Knock Benavidez right out.
Because he's got a height and reach advantage on him with both, and he's got pop. And you can only see him getting stronger, isn't it? Going up.
Yeah.
And I think the thing about him is for the size, it's the speed
He's
of the
got good
punches.
speed.
Yeah, he's carrying
Good
for middleweight
variation.
and thing. Yeah.
Fast footwork as well, actually. It's underrated footwork.
Yeah. And if he can carry that, then he's dangerous to anybody in those.
Little
Divisions.
quiet assassin, and he
Yeah,
goes
it was a
under the
professional
radar.
performance. It was a professional performance.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
think there was a little bit of hype, but I think the fight against the Damas has pulled him back a little bit. And then now it's way more. It's still humble and professional, which
I
is
don't know how we made middleweight.
yeah. I think that was just
I don't know how we made middleweight.
realistically should be like a cruiserweight,
You know,
6'3", and maybe light heavyweight, but cruiserweight. But yeah, it's lower than that.
he's a bit like it's like Zerdo. You know, when you looked at Zerdo at cruiserweight, you were like, "How the hell
How
were
the hell
you
do
a
you
middleweight?"
Yeah,
I think in like 5 years' time, you look at Hamza Shiraz and you'll be
and you
like,
wonder,
"Wow, how the hell did you make middleweight?"
160 pounds.
Yeah. So fair play to him.
It wasn't really much of a fight, to be fair.
It was terrible. To be honest, for a world title fight, it's one of the worst world title
Well, even
matches I've
his
seen.
reaction after it, you sort of thought it was just so subdued when you think
Um,
it's your first world title.
Look, Hamza landed 2 jabs on him, and then the other guy went in
It's basically
survival
fight
mode.
over. Yeah,
And whether you're outgunned or not, I always
it's a world title fight.
you
You've got to
always
make it
say it.
more.
You've got a shot to nothing there.
Yeah, he's not
Just
expected to
go
win.
for it.
You can. Yeah, well, we're going to do that in the next fight, aren't we?
Just
So
absolutely go for it. Um,
yeah,
so,
we're going to get onto that fight.
but no,
So
yeah, another world champion, British world champion. So
2 in a day, night, not bad.
2 in a night.
Not
Love it.
bad. So then the main event, which was the walk-ins and everything with the AI and the actual walk-ins. So Usyk versus Verhoeven, the undisputed heavyweight champion. We'll answer the question, isn't it? Was the guy even UK level in Begic? I think the question is. Well,
Well,
he's actually
no,
European
he
level.
was European champion.
Yeah, he has a few.
But
I think he was intercontinental
mate,
champion, European champion,
I
or something
looked
like
at his record, and I think we said in 2014,
2015.
2015, he'd had 10 fights against guys that had never won a fight. So for him to be the mandatory for the world title, they need, when you look at who's in that division,
It's a bit strange.
it's
I mean, he was
it's
unbeaten,
poor,
I think, but
poor.
yeah, it's when you look at it, unbeaten against whom, that
Yeah.
was the question.
And
So
that is a problem for me, because that is, have they gifted Hamza Shiraz a world title there?
it does look like it a bit.
Well,
We're complaining, but it does
okay,
look like it a bit.
there we go.
But I think that's not so much on him. I think it's more on the organizing. But considering how stacked that division is, you would have thought they would have put a bet. Like you've got Canelo's, but it's Canelo and Billy for a title, which is or Billy's the champion of it. And he's in there's a proper fight. So maybe it's Hamza will in his next one if he's getting the winner of Billy and Canelo, then yeah,
I'll
that's
tell
a
you
proper
something. If,
fight.
if he still stays as European champion, I'd put any of the UK super middleweight in with him to win the European title.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So it's IBF. He's Shiraz has won. He's IBF champion, isn't he? Super middleweight.
I don't know.
We'll search that.
No, it wasn't IBF. It was WBO.
Oh yeah, WBO.
Yeah, it was WBO.
IBF was what's his name? Sanchez, wasn't it? IBF mandatory light
Yeah,
fight
it
was
was
the
there. Yeah,
Sanchez, I think.
WBO. So
WBO.
there we go.
I think that's how Baggage has got in because I think he was Intercontinental IBF champion and whatever else, and one of their other belts.
WBO, I think he was.
Yeah, WBO, IBF, Intercontinental and whatever. So he had a couple of the lower level um, belts there.
He was, mate. Yeah, I said that. I said as soon as I looked in his eyes, it was like this fight's over, way in over his head. But hey ho, is what it is. Hopefully Hamza, his next fight's a top 10 and a good top 10 in the rankings at that.
Well, he was number 10 at that point, so he's going to go up a little
Mate,
bit.
I'd throw him in with Jaime Munguia.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of other good. There's a lot of good fighters in there, and the
Well,
contestants.
Jaime
So
Munguia is a champion, so go
it's a
fight Jaime
unification.
Munguia.
Yeah,
That's a great fight. So yeah.
yeah, it wasn't much of a contest, but I mean that was the weak one in the roster. So we'll move on now then to Usyk and Verhoeven. So the undisputed heavyweight king versus the undisputed kickboxing king. And I think this fight was this was a fight, and it was a little bit more, a little different to what everybody expected to happen.
And some.
Yeah. So where should we start? Let's see.
He's ready. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
He'll be ready.
Well, the way he's taken care of the soft fights, I think well, Balanga wasn't a soft fight.
He's ready.
He's ready. Yeah.
You'll
It's
see.
you're gonna step up now, isn't it? So the you've got to give him credit that he made Begic look that bad because, like I said, Begic was European
No,
and level.
Begic is shocking. Don't beat around the bush. He's shocking. Not European level at all. He's my level. He's shocking.
I was big in you.
No, he's shocking. He's bad.
Um,
But the main event was, I think, a lot better than everyone expected.
yeah, which is good because it made the event as well as the shocks in that. Yeah, I think Rico's size, durability, and awkwardness is what helped him out. I think it is. You got to give credit to his camp, to Peter Fury for the training, and for Rico's execution of said plan, because I think it was more Rico's fight than it was Usyk's fight, where usually Usyk turns it into his type of fight.
No, what Rico did, Rico fought like a small man instead of a big
Yeah,
man. Look at him how low he was, neck down low, and then he became a big man when he got up close, and that just completely baffled Usyk. Usyk, don't forget, Usyk's used to fighting people a
big
lot bigger
guys.
than him, but Verhoeven fought like he was smaller than Usyk.
Well, his movement for the
Yeah,
size of him, it get up close and then more, which was a little bit different from the normal. And we started it started okay because he's feeling it out, and Usyk normally takes a bit of time. I think then Usyk started getting a little bit on, timing the punches because Usyk did hit him with the punches, better punches even from the beginning, but there just wasn't that much. And the feints, which Usyk is sort of famous for putting,
didn't
most
have
of his
any.
Yeah, well, I was going to say they're all on Rico's awkward movements, the little twitches and the hands, like were making it favoring Rico. But I think his size and durability, because it was 260 pounds, but pure muscle, made a lot of difference. I mean, he's got a good chin. He's got a thing. But I think the other thing is, I think you said it on the thing, Usyk's chin, because he got hit with more punches than he normally gets hit with. The right hand sneaked in a lot of times.
Usyk's got a great chin, and
Yeah.
he always has had a great chin, to be fair.
And he got a lot of body shots, which he took quite well as well. Yeah, it was a fantastic performance from Rico, from his team, from Peter Fury. I think shout out to all of them. But
I tell you what, Peter Fury's a class act.
yeah, and the way he spoke at the
Proper,
end,
proper class
considering
act.
how the other Furies act, I think he was fantastic.
Peter Fury's a class act.
So I think the main one, the question of the thing was, well, the scorecards, which we'll go into. I've got the official scorecards at the time. Well, we might as well do now. It was 95, 95, 95, 95, and 96, 94 to Verhoeven, which is that they don't count because my card was the other way around, 96, 94 to Usyk.
You were
That's the most
I
important.
think you are the only person in the world that had Usyk winning.
That was right. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, you weren't right. You don't know what you're talking about. You really, really don't.
He had the weight of boxing on his. Yeah, Rico was like essentially just it's only his pride. There was nothing to lose. As we've said with like the Begic fight, but Begic went backwards, Verhoeven went forwards, and Usyk did have a lot more on him. I think the thing is this: the sneaky game plan and the way they fought um, made it hard for him to predict him. I think near at the end, Usyk did work him out, but I think at the beginning it was like the awkwardness, and every time he'd get something off, Verhoeven would answer.
No, Verhoeven's just gassed.
Yeah, because Usyk made him. Usyk was still in
No,
energetic at the end.
Usyk didn't make him gas. Verhoeven gassed himself out because he was
Yeah,
just working so much harder than Usyk.
yeah, but that's he's still got to work as the opponent.
Oh, stop it now, Mo. Just stop it. No way. Just stop.
Usyk was winning the
You've
fight.
got to give the lad credit.
I am giving him credit.
He's
I
come in
think he's
there and
fantastic.
he's beat Usyk. There should be a rematch as well. And I hope I'm the biggest Usyk fan going.
No, I'm the biggest Usyk
Let's
fan.
have facts. Facts. Verhoeven was winning on points going
No,
into
well, it
the
was a
11th.
majority draw.
Going
Well,
into the 11th, Verhoeven was winning on points, right? Verhoeven was knocked down with 25 seconds left on the clock.
Mm-hmm.
The gum shield getting put in was ridiculous.
Yeah, about 15 seconds.
Right. Then watch the fight back. Ding, ding.
Yeah, it was after I said it on the
3
board.
punches later, the referee stops it. The
Yeah.
bell. So he's hit him after the bell. That's a disqualification. Any other fighter would have been disqualified for that.
Maybe.
The referee
stopped it after the bell.
after the bell. You can't stop it after the bell.
I think
Look,
I think the
don't
stoppage
get me
was
wrong.
wrong.
If that gum shield, if his gum shield hasn't come out, Usyk stops him anyway.
Yeah.
Usyk, even if he's allowed to go on into the 12th,
Usyk stopped him anyway.
Even Peter Fury
Yeah.
said, "Look,
No, I don't
Peter
think
Fury
it
has
affected
said as said, my advice to him would have been if he'd have come back to the corner, get on your toes and survive,
Yeah.
not go on." And he wouldn't have been able to.
Usyk would have
He was knackered. Peter
taken him out.
Fury's already said he's knackered.
Well, I don't think it changed the outcome of the fight, but it ruined
But
it.
we'll never know.
Well, I don't think it changed the outcome of the fight, but
But you'll never know.
that's not the way it should have ended for
No.
Verhoeven's performance.
No, because
They should have even let him go, like you said, let him go out. Even Verhoeven said it in the ring, let me go up my shield or ring the round and let him come out to the 12th round. But like the thing is this, as a fight, I think Usyk won. As a boxing match, Usyk definitely won. But
no, he didn't.
as the contest, I think Verhoeven won. Because the best performance was Verhoeven's. Because Usyk, I think, was under par, and Verhoeven was way better than anybody expected him to be.
You usually go to your compy box now to prove that you're right. And
And
Verhoeven outpunched him.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
Oh my God.
Let me give you the rules. I knew this was going to.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, wait a minute. They're the wrong ones. Let me load the right
Take
one.
no notice of him. He doesn't obviously know
Just
boxing.
give your opinion. Let me get the compy box ready. Because I got 2 compy boxes. We didn't need that one. There you go. Right. Total punches landed. First round even, 2 each. Second round even, 10 each. Third round is Verhoeven, 10-9. But if you do it on power punches, Usyk
Who
basically
landed the
destroyed
most
him.
punches
And Usyk
in that round?
in
In the round, who landed the most punches?
10-9 to Verhoeven, but 8 power punches. The
Okay,
two.
it's who landed the most punches.
Um,
Yeah, Rico is a beast, mate.
no, no,
He really, really is a beast.
4th round Usyk, 5th round Usyk, 6th round Usyk, 7th round Usyk, 8th round Verhoeven, 9th round Verhoeven, 10th round Verhoeven, and then 11th round Usyk. It's a basic draw. That's what the judges cards.
But you didn't have it a draw.
No, I had Usyk head because I think Usyk landed better punches. Because a lot of Verhoeven's punches were from
Anyway,
there.
we'll take no notice of him.
I'm right. I'm always right. You know this.
You're not. You're really not. If there is rematch, yeah, Usyk stops him quickly. What Usyk is great at doing is he downloads his because they did have the element of surprise going in with against Usyk because Usyk and like I say, Usyk's cheeky comment to Peter Fury was like, "I knew I was in trouble when Peter Fury's involved because he comes up with a phenomenal game plan. I don't think he can come up with another game plan to surprise Usyk."
Well, it's a bit like Ngannou versus Fury. The point is this: you don't know what they're going to do because even Usyk's Verhoeven's other boxing match was 2 rounds and he knocked a guy out against like basically somebody who'd lost a ridiculous number of fights. So you don't know what they're going to do. So the element of surprise plus a fantastic game plan. But yeah, I think if they rematch, Usyk now knows him. He knows what he's going to do.
Yeah, I mean,
And you can't pull it. It'll be like what Joshua did to Ngannou. It'll
yeah,
basically be fairly quick. I mean, I think Rico is durable and robust. But
I think what Rico needs to learn, like Peter Fury said, is in the clinches, learning when to take your breathers. So when you get in the clinches, just sometimes just hold on instead of throwing the punches. Yeah, it's great to rough them up, but take
when
your
you're wearing
breathers.
yourself out, you're using your energy up.
And like Peter Fury, like I say, I've so much respect for him because he just talks great sense. He said after round 8, Rico wasn't listening to the instructions because he was getting tired.
Yeah, yeah. You can
And
see it in
I
the
did
corner.
say it's going to take Usyk 5 or 6 rounds to work him out because these kickboxers they throw punches from weird angles, and you
At
don't
that
know
point,
where
he's
they're
getting the
coming
right
from.
hand in, wasn't
And he said his bounce will start to go, but I was worried as a boxing fan. I was absolutely having kittens because Usyk didn't seem to have an answer every time he fought back. Verhoeven stood with him.
Well, he came back as well because he had that bit with about the 4th round where Usyk slapped him.
He
Like,
slapped
and
him
we
around,
were
yeah,
like, yeah, this is like he's telling him now. Wait a minute, get back in your box. Let's
yeah.
get on with it. Yeah, yeah. So it's the
Although Rico, I think, will make a really good boxer.
yeah. Well, the thing he needs is
Not against
experience.
Usyk because I
Yeah.
think Usyk's a different level. But I put it. I
We
like.
were saying it yesterday, isn't it? We put him in against quite a lot. They put him on
Yeah,
me
do you
against
know
the
who
two
I'd put
heavyweights.
him in with now with someone like? I don't think he. I think he should stick at boxing because he's big enough. He's strong enough. He's got the skill. He's got the good team behind him. Throw him in with someone like a Dillian White.
Yeah, yeah.
Game.
Well, I think on yesterday's performance, he gives like with that. I think there's a fair few top heavyweights he
Yeah,
beats.
but no, this is what Peter
But
Fury.
now the problem is you
No,
don't get the element of
yeah,
surprise.
but no, this is what Peter Fury's saying is he just needs the in-ring experience of
Yeah,
when
yeah.
to take his breathers, because he is constantly up and down on his toes, which is it's fantastic. But you've got to do it for 12 rounds.
Problem is against the Usyk, you have to do that for 12 rounds. You can't like lower the level. But against a lot of other heavyweights that are also going to get tired, you could use that energy. But problem against Usyk is he's just too good, and Usyk was still fresh at the end. So you know,
So what Torres Jr.
problem against the thing is this Torres Jr. is also heavy work rate. I mean, yeah, Frank Sanchez, but they worked out the game plan. But normally, if you watch a Torres Jr. fight, he's relentless as well. He's energy.
The
And it's
problem
quite
is
hard work.
we've got to look at we have got to look at.
You need another big lumbering type guy rather than a fast.
Look, I'm going to give Verhoeven all the credit in the world because he was fantastic.
Yeah,
He really was, and I think he would.
we made it a great
Out of
contest.
all the crossover fights that there's been, he's been the
He's the
best.
best. Mm.
Usyk wasn't great.
Yeah,
He really wasn't great. He was flat-footed. I said he looked well overweight as well. I think Usyk.
well, the thing I think
He didn't look like he had any energy.
I think a little bit he stood toe to toe to go rather than run around to box. I think he's just wanted to check, can I fight? But
Who?
Usyk. But I think that may be more down to it wasn't really Usyk's fight. I think basically the fight got fought to Verhoeven, and this one is game.
Usyk didn't want to stand still with him.
Not stand still, but like do his usual punch and move because he was one stood punch and then do. Sort of went round when the guy tried to rugby tackle him. But if you notice it in the first like half of the fight, when Verhoeven was manhandling him, you could see it was like on top and going, giving him.
Doing what he did
And
properly.
about round 7 or 8, there's one where he grabs him, and then Usyk grabs him and pushes him back, and you think, oh, okay. He wrestles him back, and then from then you notice that the tide went a little bit the other way. He was turning, even though Verhoeven was doing his thing. He sort of lost a bit of that extra power, the advantage of his size, probably because he was tiring and doing it.
Yeah.
That and that's when Usyk had a bit more. Was throwing the better shots.
Look, if I was Van Verhoeven, I would go and get a few fights under your belt. Go and fight like a Dillian White.
It's a bit out of it though, isn't it? So who else would that
no,
like?
but Dillian White's got experience.
Yeah.
And he is quite tough.
Yeah. No, he is normally, I would say, but I'm not sure if he's got anything left after that Atoma fight, and
matter
is there.
Go and have 3 or 4 fights, and I think Verhoeven learn your trade, and he can pick up his. I know a lot of boxers it takes him a long time, but he has got a fighting background. He knows his way around the ring. All he lacks is just a little bit of IQ in when to take the rest.
Experience. It's the experience in the ring.
He could pick that up in 2 or 3 fights.
The problem is against an Usyk, you're against like somebody who's completely different, and you've got to be 100% and 100% on, and nobody's managed to do that in heavyweight.
But he might.
I think against other fighters, you don't have to be there. And with his energy and his strength and his power and that sneakiness in the level of the corner with game plans, I think, he's got a good chance against most of the.
He might
not the top, but the second level. He's got a good chance. Yeah, because but the right hand had got through quite a lot, because he throws from an awkward angle and a bits and pieces. The only thing is, I think the Usyk took his power quite well. It looked like Usyk after a little bit wasn't that worried about his punches, like he wasn't taking them cleanly.
No, Verhoeven doesn't sit down on his punches.
Yeah, he bounces quite light on.
He doesn't sit down on his punches.
He's heavy. Don't get me wrong, because you can see
that's because he's heavy-handed.
Yeah, rather than standing on his punches.
Look at the difference between an Usyk punch and a Verhoeven punch. Verhoeven's army.
Yeah.
He throws with his arms. Usyk throws with his body.
Yeah.
And that's the difference between a kickboxer
and Usyk was loading up
and a boxer. That's the difference.
Well, the thing we said is, I think you said at the beginning, he's got a low head, and he did that to neutralize Usyk's jab, which worked. Yeah. So the game plan worked. The only thing is, and I think I said, isn't it? He's going to be susceptible to the uppercut. Now, for about 9 rounds, he stood it. He took it, or he managed to just either block it, get out the way, or if he got hit, he took it quite well. But obviously, when he's got gassed near the end, when he's got tired, then it's had a huge effect. And then I think Usyk by then timed him properly.
There's going to be a rematch.
Yeah, I think he deserves a rematch.
I think Verhoeven will appeal with the WBC.
The problem in a rematch is I think Usyk beats him quite easily. But he deserves the rematch.
But he might get the rematch ordered by the WBC if he appeals,
Yeah, yeah.
because I'd like say I've watched it back 3 times now.
Well, the other thing
He's
is,
got a strong case.
you've got Turkey Al-Sheikh, who's obviously funded it, wanting the rematch, so it's
Yeah, I
getting
mean,
some big
he was
fish for it.
straight in the ring shutting the Penguin up, wasn't he?
Yeah.
You know, when the Penguin's talking about the Adjik Kabayel fight, Turkey Al-Sheikh shut him up immediately, basically saying that the rematch is happening. And as we know in boxing at the minute, what Turkey Al-Sheikh wants, he gets.
Well, yeah, well,
Um,
but
but Adjik Kabayel deserves his shot,
yeah,
but Rico deserves his,
deserves a rematch.
if
The
if
thing
he
is this,
goes to appeal and wins, then it's
he'll
the
probably get
fight
a
will get
contest.
called a no contest. Because he got stopped after the bell. That's
Yeah,
the fact.
he deserves a rematch, irrespective of any of those things. I think just for his performance, he deserves a rematch. But the only thing
No,
is,
no, for his performance, no, he doesn't deserve a rematch because I don't think he can do that. He deserves a rematch because he got stopped after the bell.
okay,
Rematch in the Netherlands next. This is another thing that was annoying me is Adjik Kabayel saying, yeah, we're fighting in Germany. Rico, yeah, we're fighting in the Netherlands. Usyk's the champion. You fight where he wants.
or Turkey Sheikh pays for it. So
You know,
I think they
why?
want to do a fight in Turkey, is there? And Istanbul, they were trying to get. I think.
Usyk's the champion, and the champion usually gets to decide where they want to fight. Why should he travel to the guy's hometown? Usyk's still the winner.
Yeah, yeah, he's the champion.
He's the champion. Why should he travel to Germany for Caballero?
Well, yeah, even though he got stopped and thingy, Usyk was winning, and it would have taken him out. So it's like
So
it's
I
a
don't
choice.
look in the
Um,
Netherlands. Yeah, it would be huge. I
it
don't.
would be well. I think the reason that Caball's saying Germany is because he's obviously got a huge. He's managed to pick up a fan base there, and it will be a huge fight. Plus, like
And why
Klitschko's on
has
pro fighter.
anyone ever won a points decision in Germany?
Yeah, that was obviously the other part of it.
Anyone ever?
And in
I
the
remember
Netherlands,
watching
Verhoeven is
years ago.
huge.
Was it Marcus Bayer versus Robin Reed? And I think Robin Reed won every single round, and I don't think they gave him one round, and it needed Robin Reed. I think even if Robin Reed's mum, dad, and nan were the judges in Germany that night, he wouldn't have got it. So, no, you fight where Usyk wants you to fight.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is this: I think Caballel and Usyk is a better fight than Verhoeven and Thingy now. But Verhoeven deserves a rematch. Yeah, I'll give.
Look, there's so much controversy if you go on any social media platform, any news outlet. The controversy surrounding this fight and the stoppage is
Yeah, yeah, it's
I've
huge.
never seen anything like it.
Did you see Jake Paul's one?
The only way to
Verhoeven won every round.
the only way to stop that.
He's have a rematch.
Yeah. I spoke to friends this morning. I spoke to my nephew. He had he had a draw going in. I spoke to my other mate. He gave Usyk only 2 rounds.
Yeah, I think that's a bit out of order.
Another lad
They had
that I
Mike
spoke
Coppinger in
to
the ring,
had
didn't
only given Usyk
two,
three
3 rounds.
rounds.
Yeah,
No one had Usyk winning. No one.
I did.
Um, if you stop at the 11th, I had Usyk 1 round down going into the 11th. If you stop at if the bell goes, he goes back to the corner. It's a 10-8 round. Usyk's then a round up going into the 12th. On the judges' scorecards, it'd have been Usyk
The
2 rounds, basically two
two,
rounds
two
up
points and one
and a
point up.
draw going into the 12th. So the likelihood is either won on points
Well,
anyway,
no,
even if it
it'd
had
have
stopped
been
him.
1 point up on one and 2 points up on the other two cards. Yeah.
Um,
So,
so, but
well, no, the thing I have against, I don't think Verhoeven was winning. I like winning the fight, as in overall. I think Usyk had got him there because he tied out, and it was basically inevitable what was going to happen. And the 10-8 round shifts it enough. I mean, you can make that a 10-7 because realistically, all right, the bell was a bit early. He's basically going down again, and he had a long time to get the mouth guard in. And
yeah,
he
I
was
mean,
basically gone at that point, even with a minute's rest. I don't like Peter Fury said, he wasn't really listening after the eighth round. Yeah, Usyk would have won in the 12th. So I don't think he could have won. I think he would have won. And on points, he would have been ahead anyway with that. And he probably would have got another, even if he didn't stop him, he would have got another knockdown, and you'd then get another 10-8 round, or even if it's a 10-9 round, then he's 2 or 3 points ahead, depending on which
Yeah,
scorecard you take.
the problem you've got with that now is you'll never know.
Yeah, well, most people aren't going to agree with that. They're not going to be logical. It's emotional, and because he's done so
Yeah, but
well,
most people will say, but what you took away is you'll never know,
yeah.
and that's what it comes down to.
But the thing is, this if he takes him out, then there's probably not going to be a rematch, and now we get a rematch. So happy days, everybody wins. But the only thing on that is I think Usyk wins quite easily. The only thing is he's 40, 41, pushing, coming there to that age. So depending on when it is, later this year or next year, age catches up with everybody. So that does make it a bit more.
What I would
And
say,
Verhoeven's not that young, but he's younger.
yeah, I
So,
mean, but
but Usyk normally works out.
Verhoeven, his team, Usyk, the respect is just phenomenal.
Well, even with Caballel, it was so good to see that they're all respectful. And even when there was two of them, and it's obviously Caballel's got to the fight, and then he's getting told, "Oh, wait a minute, there could be a rematch." It was
Yeah,
still,
I mean, Verhoeven could have just basically grabbed the mic then and went, "Nah, I'm getting the rematch." He had
but
every
they were
right to
both,
kick off there,
yeah.
um, and that's the respect of look at 269. Just let him. And I think Turkey Al Sheikh did the right thing by, I think
Usyk
the
had the
the,
choice.
the Penguin was, like I say, going to announce the Caballel fight. Mate, he's just come off a war. Just let him.
Well, the interesting thing will be, did you know because the fight was mandated by the WBC, and I think the WBA on the basis that next he'll have to face the mandatory from the WBC,
It's
and then
Caballel.
another WBA's whatever or IBF one, whoever's in the queue next. That was the reason they didn't like strip him. We'll just answer that in a little bit. The So it'll be interesting to see now because obviously WBC, the ones pushing that he's going to fight Caballel. So now if he appeals, do they change the tune and go fight Verhoeven first, then fight Caballel? What do you think?
If he wins the appeal, he'll have to fight Verhoeven.
Then WBC will pull it,
If
yeah.
if Verhoeven goes for the appeal,
Or they go, you can fight the
if I'm a boxer and I get stopped after the bell, I'm
you
appealing.
can appeal, yeah, yeah.
I'm appealing.
Well, I think he
Whether,
said they're going to
and
appeal
it's
on
not being bitter or anything like
Oh
that.
no,
It's look, I
it's
got
correct.
stopped after the bell.
Yeah, yeah.
And Verhoeven said, yeah, I was tired, but I'd rather have gone out on my shield than the referee.
Yeah, yeah. I think he knew he was
If
confident, but
Verhoeven,
I think it
I
was
tell you something now. If that's a boxer in the ring, it don't get stopped.
yeah. Well, I think the referee's done it. He's either done a little bit of the it's probably a bit emotions got in there, or he's been given the wink. But let's not talk about that. There's a lot
Or
of comparison, isn't there, against the one
yeah,
against Tyson Fury's fight against Usyk, where basically Fury was basically out and
yeah.
he never got stopped. And
Because my first thought was like the referee's heard the bell and he's jumping in the middle to stop it.
yeah, but actually, if you look at it, when there's an angle where it looks like that, if you look from the side, but they show one behind where he was basically getting ready to stop it anyway.
But
It's just Usyk's hit him
is
so
that
fast.
because he's waiting for the bell?
Yeah,
Because he's heard the
that's
clacker.
he's waiting to jump in anyway. But I think he was waiting in. It looks like he's waiting in to jump in because he's getting damaged. Um, and but Usyk's so quick and hits him that much.
Rico was, yeah, he was throwing punches back. And he was blocking and then riding the shots. He was very unsteady though. And
After the first knockdown, he was.
the problem with boxing is whether it's 1 second left or 10 seconds left. As a referee, you are human, and you're not looking at. He's not looking at. Oh yeah, the 12th round's coming. He's looking at the fighter's safety. If he sees that Verhoeven looks really unsteady, I think what did it for Verhoeven is when he walked over to get his gum shield back in, he's stumbling.
Yeah, yeah.
The referee notices that.
Well, that's what I mean. I think he was basically that this is
Yeah,
gone. He'd already made his mind that like as soon as he gets hit next
yeah.
a little
I
bit,
think it's the
unless he
walkover.
thinks an answer,
The
he's going to.
walkover to get the gum shield in. If you
He
look at
looked
the
like he was
referee,
basically out.
he's watching him, and I think that's why the referee's gone. oh, I shouldn't let this carry on. I think the referee has gone, I've made a mistake letting this carry on.
Yeah,
And he's tried to,
remedy the
yeah,
mistake, and then in that way made two mistakes.
yeah.
It's not like added up. Um, yeah, I mean, at that point, I think Usyk wins whatever happens. I mean, it's just the way the referee's basically made two mistakes in his mind. He's made a mistake. He's tried to remedy it by stopping it because he could have stopped it after the first one. Because if you watch his walk back, if you're thinking of safety of the person, yeah, because I think there's a lot of emotion because Verhoeven's done so well. People are sort of like pushing more than what like it would be in a
Spin it
normal
round.
fight.
The way to look at it is spin it round.
Mm,
If that's Usyk in Verhoeven's position, it ain't getting stopped.
no,
And like I say, I'm the biggest Usyk fan, and Nermal is.
no, I am literally the biggest Usyk fan. You are as well.
Yeah,
We've been done all his fights. We've always been
I'm not
like honest.
biased. I'll draw it as it
I'm
is.
biased.
Um, and then if the roles reversed,
No, he shouldn't have been stopped. I
Usyk don't
agree, he
get
shouldn't have
stopped.
been stopped. I could see it stopped at the first one. I don't see him. The time
Yeah,
he
yeah,
stopped at the
yeah, yeah,
second
yeah,
one,
yeah.
I don't agree with stopped because basically, like you said, when you see him after the first one, he's like stumbling, and they took a long breath,
The
and
thing
then
with Usyk is Usyk's a really, really good finisher. Not a lot of people talk about that, but Usyk's a clinical finisher.
yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. In it, you know, he's going to be. He was basically over at that point, but it should have been done the right way because the bell was there. It should have been stopped, let him come out, and then Usyk will finish him. And then there's no argument either way. You know, I think even Verhoeven knows that. I think
Yeah,
his corner, like Peter Fiore, basically said he's gone,
yeah.
but
The thing is that the Big
or
Hen.
maybe let him get back to his
No,
corner and then said it.
I think what Peter Fiore knows, and picking up on your point there, is yeah, Verhoeven, he stumbles a lot, he gets it, but he doesn't get hit by proper boxers. And this is what I mean is he gets hit with arm shots in kickboxing. They don't really sit down on the punches.
Usyk
Usyk
was sitting down
Usyk
on the
knows how to
uppercut,
punch. He knows
and
how
he's
to punch.
extremely accurate.
It's a different kettle of fish. When a boxer sits down on a punch, it hurts you.
Yeah,
Um, a kickboxer will sit down on a leg kick because you've got the weight transferred. But as a punch, they're very army.
yeah, yeah. It's just the
It's all
size. I think
arms.
it's heavy handed, but
Um,
like it's not the.
whereas Usyk, they
It
punch with
comes
their
down nothing
body.
the punching.
And that's the difference. Like I say, I respect Peter Fury because he could have come out and said, "Oh, we won the fight," but he didn't. He's come out and said, "Look, basically the likelihood is he would have got stopped in the 12th.
But he should have had the chance to
He
do it.
might not have even let him out."
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's what I mean. They should have let him go back, and then he could have went.
Yeah.
No, it's
Uh,
over. I think they probably would have. But then it's because then it's like the moral victory. He's got to the 12th round. But yeah, I mean that's ruined it. But I don't think it's like I said changed the outcome of the fight. It just would have been good to get the right outcome, and then you know.
to be honest, I'm surprised now my lads and said, Usyk was just doing a rope-a-dope for 11 rounds.
I was going to say that, but I
Um,
want to COVID credit.
no,
Was
but
basically doing a Floyd
did I
Mayweather.
not say it's going to take Usyk a while
Yeah,
to
yeah.
figure him out?
Well, I said it on our thing as well. Innit? I
It
think I had
is.
like 7th or 8th round KO.
Um,
What did I say on the thing? I had him as I said 7th round KO because I thought it's going to take half the fight to get there because I thought, yeah, I watched a bit of Rico stuff. I thought he's quite tough.
it's
I
fun.
thought he'd get hit more though, to be fair. And I was actually quite impressed that he got out the movement and getting away out of it. And then the amount he was moving and twitching and fainting, I was a bit surprised by as well.
Look, it took Usyk by surprise, yeah. But I haven't seen one interview of Usyk afterwards. He usually goes and does a press conference. I haven't seen anything like that yet. I don't. I don't know whether something's going on with Usyk. Like I say, he looked very flat-footed. He looked a bit chubby.
Yeah, you said that before the fight. He looked
I
like chubby. No, he was bigger. He was
I'm
233
not, and
pounds. Normally he's like
I'm not going to make.
227.
I'm not making excuses for Usyk. Him saying that his daughters text him on the day that they're in the bomb shelter. Mate, that's got to be hard.
Mm-hmm. But he's fought with that like most of the time, though, isn't it? Because
Yeah, but
there's been more going on in other previous fights.
it's hard, man.
Uh,
That's hard. Your daughter's texting you saying she's scared. I'm in a bomb shelter. Mate, I don't. I ain't fighting.
Yeah.
But the same goes to Verhoeven. You know, who's lost his
Say
mother.
Verhoeven's had.
So fair play to both guys for getting in the ring and putting on
I,
a great show. A great show.
as much as I'd like to make excuses, I'm not going to. I just think Verhoeven and his team and Peter Fury deserve the credit for fighting their fight and not letting Usyk get into it. So I think you said it with when he put his head down. They've neutralized this jab, which is obviously Usyk's main. It's not that it's main weapon; it's his main thing for time in the fight. And he just didn't let him get into his rhythm.
Yeah, he fought
Every time he got it, he disrupted it.
he
Every
fought
time he
like a
fit.
small man.
So Usyk only had little like patches where it was like boom, 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 and then he'd recover.
Verhoeven was great at fighting like a small man.
Yeah.
Absolutely
But he was
fantastic.
susceptible to the uppercut with that. And obviously, Usyk, once he's read it, has caught him. And that's the punch that's basically taken him out. Because he's coming forward and he's had his head low and, Usyk being Usyk. But the thing is, listen, you could be right. It might have happened because he was loading up on punches from the beginning, Usyk, which is normally the way. I mean, he does it against Dubois, but that's
He did
just
a
Dubois.
couple of tippy tappy ones, which
Or do you think he was just trying to slow him down, get a bit of respect? But he did hit him hard and it didn't really slow him down.
you'll never know, will
Mhm.
you?
Yeah, my point is, I don't think it changed the result. But I agree, it should have been the stoppage was wrong. But I think both of them were wrong. He's messed up the first one, like you said. Watched the stumble and thought I should have stopped this, and he was just waiting for the opportunity to jump in, and then he's jumped in already with his mind made up. And like we said, we're all human, so you make the thing. I'm not like it's nothing against the referee. I don't think it's an intentional thing. It's just that he's made a mistake. He's trying to correct it. You see it a lot in like refereeing and things.
The problem is it's give boxing a bad name again.
Yeah. Well, yeah, most of the
Like,
comments you see from the crossover MMA, UFC, and other people fighting
yeah,
are
it's
giving it all
corrupt,
large,
blah 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 blah. Which is sad to see.
but it's given us something to talk about. So well done. Thank you for that, Rico and team and Usyk team. So yeah, right. The other question we'll go back to. Benavidez is still a normal boxer that's smaller than Usyk. Still think Usyk punishes Benavidez. Usyk's too big for Benavidez.
Yeah, it's way too big.
There are better fights for Benavidez. There's Bivol and
Benavidez is never going to be a heavyweight.
he's got to fight. There's too many of the fight. He's got to fight Opataya a cruiserweight, and then if he beats him, then all right, maybe you can look. But the bigger fights for Benavidez are
He's got Bivol,
Bivol,
Beterbiev, Callum
yeah,
Smith, and then he's got Opataya.
and whoever is the other belt holder, Mikhalian and
Yeah.
whoever it is. There's plenty of other fights, and he's not quite big enough to go to heavyweight. Yeah, he's got the speed.
Hamza Shiraz.
Yeah. There's yeah, I agree.
There's
There's
too many big heavyweights,
and the
fast
heavyweights
heavyweights.
are going to be and like Usyk's just too big and too fast. He'll be able to deal with the speed
And
like he dealt with here.
and Usyk's a small heavyweight.
Yeah,
You put Benavidez in with someone like Moses Satama, 6'5", 18, 19 stone, fast,
they've only
knows
got to
how to
catch you with
punch.
one punch, and Benavidez does get caught,
Yeah,
and then
it's
it's over. It's a different level of punch thing. So
all in all, good night of boxing.
your favorite person, Usyk, I love you. This is from Jake Paul. Usyk, I love you, but you should never feel like you won this fight. Embarrassing. But he did win the fight. So
I don't get this. Verhoeven won the fight, but he didn't.
he just put in a fantastic performance
He didn't
representing
win the
himself and the
fight.
team. He didn't win the fight. That's my point. I don't understand that he wasn't. He didn't win the fight. He
All
was
right.
basically going to get knocked out. Yeah, he deserves a rematch.
Forget about the arguments between me and Emil. Whether Verhoeven was 10 rounds up or not, or
He
11,
lost the fight.
he lost the fight.
Yeah,
He got stopped. And
the
that's what it comes.
scorecards are academic.
And
at
that's
this
what it
point.
comes down to. He got stopped. How many times have we had
The thing is, this
controversy where for me, Fury should have got stopped against Usyk, but he didn't.
Yeah,
That was controversy in my eyes.
but the fight was still the right outcome. The thing is here, Usyk won the fight, irrespective of whatever you think, however you scored it, whatever it does. Usyk won the fight. Yeah, the fight's been stopped after the bell or around the bell or wherever. It should have been stopped at that point.
That's the
That
problem
is a
I
big
have.
point. But you see it coming out. Like you said, they could have stopped him in the corner and they could have come out. And Usyk's going to stop him anyway. And at that point, he's a 10-8 round. So whatever the score, well, like if you look at the judges' scoring, he was ahead. So there's no way in hell that you can say that Verhoeven won. But a moral victory, yeah, and a performance. The best performance of the whole night was Rico Verhoeven.
All you can say is that
From where we expected him to
if
be.
you wanted was Verhoeven was winning, but he got stopped.
Yeah. So he lost. And that's no, Verhoeven was fantastic. I mean, I'm a fan now of Verhoeven. I'm not saying I'm not saying anything bad. It's just that, yeah, I don't think that's correct. If Benavidez fought Moses, then it would be, yeah, I agree. Then it's like Benavidez is never a monster.
Benavidez has got cruiserweight and light heavyweight to take care of. He ain't going up to.
Yeah, they're better and bigger fights there. He shouldn't be going up to heavyweight. And the people calling Benavidez versus Usyk, it's just nonsense. It neither makes sense for Usyk nor makes sense for Benavidez. The fight is if Bivol gets through his, which we're going to be talking about in a sec, his warm-up fight, then there's probably the trilogy, and then the winner of the trilogy is the person that Benavidez
There's only
should be
one
fighting.
fight for Benavidez.
Opataya, yeah.
That's it.
A cruiserweight to Opataya is the fight, and Opataya's been calling him out.
Yeah,
So
that's it.
Yeah, that was my point. You've just taken the words from. I was going to say Rico's only the star of the fight because you can give Catrol was a good performance. Hamza Shiraz was expected. Sanchez versus Torres was a surprise, but not really. If you look back, Sanchez had fought good people and he's a really good fighter. So Rico Verhoeven's was the surprise because he did way better than everybody expected, and Usyk was way worse than people expected.
Derek Chisora didn't.
Yeah, he predicted.
Derek Chisora
said it.
predicted Verhoeven to win.
Yeah,
Said basically that the Verhoeven is going to surprise Usyk with his movement, and he was right.
well, I think there's two things about Verhoeven: his engine, and because his engine's done better than most of the heavyweights in getting there, even though he got tired near the end, and his movements were so awkward, and the feinting and stuff was even better. Yeah, but yeah, I think we're giving him more credit because it's a surprise.
We love Usyk. We love Verhoeven. We
Yeah,
love boxing. It was great.
it's made the event because otherwise everybody would have been like, "Oh yeah, it's just a normal whatever happened." Um,
It just slaps at the Ngannou thing with me. This.
Well, yeah, the thing is this, Ngannou did against Fury. I mean, yeah, that one he had a little bit more because Ngannou actually knocked him down.
Yeah,
But
but
that
who
was
won that fight?
Fury.
Did he?
No, Ngannou did.
Exactly. Controversy. And he
Um,
didn't get the rematch, did he?
no,
No,
but I think,
instead he got put to sleep by AJ.
and that's what happens here. I think the thing is now because people will have seen him, you can only pull that off. We sparred him and so. No, I think
No,
because I think he
the
knew
thing
about
is, and
the
if you speak
movements.
to any of the boxers, any of the professional boxers who have brought in kickboxers for sparring, they will tell you the reason they bring in kickboxers for sparring is because the kickboxers throw punches from angles that they do not expect.
Yeah, they don't box like a boxer. They
No,
box.
they
They
don't
fight
box
like
in the
somebody else.
straight line of that. They throw punches from weird angles, and that's why they bring the kickboxers in. Tyson Fury sparred hundreds of rounds with Verhoeven because Verhoeven throws punches to Tyson Fury that he doesn't expect.
Yeah.
As a boxer, if you are boxing, you basically taught straight line 1-2, and then you work on angles. Kickboxers don't throw in straight lines; they throw from weird angles that, like you say, you can't see
You're
coming.
not going to see the punch, and it's a different feint. Like if you look at his feints and all the things, everything the twitches are all different, so it's harder to read. But yeah. I mean, is a fantastic performance. But in the second, in another fight, you'd expect to happen what happened in Joshua and Ngannou. So as good as the first fight is, because now people know you can't keep adapting, and now his inexperience will show more in the second fight. So
If I was Verhoeven, this is going to sound a bit weird. I wouldn't become, yes, become a professional boxer, but don't become a boxer.
Yeah, fight the same way.
Fight the same way because you cause a lot of boxers absolute kittens with that style. If he becomes a upright, use his size style,
I was
I
going to
don't
say,
think he's going
I
to
was
be as
thinking
effective.
this morning, what you've just said, I thought I was thinking about the Ngannou one, and I thought, do you know what the problem he had in his second fight is he tried to box.
Try to box, yeah,
Yeah,
it's the
and
right
then
thing to
obviously
do.
you're not going to outbox somebody who's been doing it for like, even AJ isn't that long. You're not going to be outboxing somebody for that um, length of time. So, um,
I just, and I think, just stay as you are. Have game plans. Keep working with Peter Fury because Peter Fury's phenomenal. And let's not forget, Tyson Fury's nothing without Peter Fury as well. And people say Tyson Fury's the best. But who trained Tyson Fury at the start? Peter Fury. The guy's fantastic. I like to say Usyk respect Peter Fury.
well, they camped it and they said, and I think he said it at the end, and he's gone up to him and said, yeah, this is, we knew you were going to do something really. We were expecting a surprise because we knew it was you training. So he goes, yeah, that's what we were trying to get. Yeah. Again, become more defensively sound, but apply it offensively, stay like unpredictable.
Not even that, it's in a kickboxing fight. It was it 5
5
rounds,
rounds.
3 minutes, and it's constant. What they need to learn, which is what Peter Fury picked up on, is when to take your breaks in the boxing. You can't fight constant for 3 minutes. You've got to learn to
If you
take your
look
break.
at like a,
When you do your holding on, wait for the referee to break you up. Don't just keep throwing punches. Yeah, you've got your free hand. Throw a couple of punches, wait for the referee to break you up, take your break, go on a little walkabout, take your break. Because even though it's a few seconds, them few seconds will add up to 2 minutes, and then 2 minutes will take you into the
it's another
11th
round.
and
Yeah.
12th rounds. And this is where, and like I say, but that's experience that'll come for
The problem with the approach is if you do that against Usyk, he's gonna you need to be 120% power,
yeah.
hard work, outwork him. But against mostly the heavyweights, you've got a chance because I think they ain't going to do that. They're not Usyk. So yeah, I think he's got yeah. That's what makes a gentleman sport. It's announcing
A
another.
fight like that is a gentleman's sport because there's a lot of respect after it. They haven't had to trash talk against each other. Um, they've gone in, they picked a fight. And let's not forget, Usyk didn't pick this fight. Verhoeven picked this fight.
Mm,
They've shook hands, right? Let's fight. They've had the fight. They've shook hands afterwards. Verhoeven could have, in the ring afterwards, could have threw his toys out the pram and kicked off. Oh, I've been robbed. He didn't.
yeah,
Very, very respectful. Congratulated Usyk. Usyk did the same. I still loved Usyk at the end, though, when he was saying, "Who do you want next, Cabell or Verhoeven?" He's like, "Yeah, I'll fight both of them on the same night." Cheeky Usyk. Love it.
I think he said he's going to have to. It's basically can he
Yeah, Usyk
retire?
can retire, and he should retire now. I'd
Well, he
like to
should
see.
be retired after the last
Yeah,
dubois.
I'd
He
like to
said,
see. I'd like to see him retire now.
but I think he said he's going to have 1 or 2 fights. So I think they will, whichever one of Caballel in this rematch, and I think he'll probably honor the rematch if it comes.
Father
But
time
but I would prefer him to fight somebody
Father
else.
time waits for no man.
Well, that's my that's the concern with it. Um, but I think if you said yet to Caballel, and that's the one they get, if the WBC don't change it, then it's going to probably be Caballel. And if it's a rematch, then Rico there. Um, yeah, the problem you go for Rico is that if he fights somebody else, he can probably beat them. But like you're going to go up against Usyk, but that's the best payday and the best event, etc. But I think Usyk does him unless Father Time catches up. I think Usyk does him fairly easily in the next fight because they know what's coming. Unless like Peter Fury comes up with the greatest of great like
Mm.
man's ever known in history, you might get the same type of thing. But yeah, anyway, let's move on. Thank you for the gym. Kabayel. Yeah, Kabayel is um, fantastic, but nobody's managed to do it yet. Um, out of all the other ones, do you think Kabayel's the best fight for Usyk? Just at this moment in time, because I think Atoma's a bit too young. He needs
It
more experience.
depends what Cabell. If it's Cabell from last time, Usyk
Yeah, then Usyk's
easy
going to be
takes care
better.
of him easy.
It's the one who took
If
Fran
Ca-
Sanchez and
if
people down.
no, if Cabell comes to try and show off, Usyk stops him easy.
Yeah,
Cabell comes in with his game plan like he did against Zhang. Ooh,
then it's a hell of a fight.
great body puncher, Cabell. Really good body puncher. Travelled all around the world. Been in with some really, really, really good fighters. Don't forget, he's been the underdog for most of them fights, and he's always found a way and stopped a lot of them. So
He seems to do better when he's underdog. And now in last fight, I think the problem in the last fight is he's got hit too much, which is a bit of a
problem with
problem.
the last fight, it was in Germany. He was trying to show off
Yeah, and
in
where he
front
was a
of
favourite, we used to
in
think,
front of his
and
crowd,
he struggled a bit.
um, and he's
Um,
walked through a guy that wasn't a puncher.
yeah, but he still got hit too much. And then, whereas if you've seen his fight against Sanchez, Frank Sanchez, Zhang, and
He's bigger than Usyk. He's not faster
he's
than
not
Usyk.
faster. No.
And so I was just going to say
Well, if you've
that
seen him in the ring, did you see how big he looked
the
even
thing
against
that might
Verhoeven?
be Adjit's downfall against Usyk is his footwork.
Yeah.
Um,
If Usyk's the real Usyk and hasn't lost anything, then the footwork battle is easily in Usyk's side.
but Adjit deserves a shot at
Yeah, yeah.
the title. Look at his resume over the past couple of years. He's the only, to be honest, the only fighter in the heavyweight division that deserves a title shot.
There was him and Joseph Parker, and then Joseph Parker's ruined his one. And out of all the others, Caballe's the only one who deserves. Because if you well, Fury's already lost twice. AJ's lost twice. Dubois lost twice. Obviously, the belt holder. A third Dubois Usyk doesn't really make sense. It'd be better for Dubois to fight somebody else. Somebody else take that belt and then do it. So Caballel is the one that
if you
deserves it.
listen to all the other the top heavyweights, that AJ has always rated Caballel, Chisora has always rated
Usyk's rated
Caballel.
Caballel. And that's why I don't think he wanted to fight him, because I think he thinks he's the next guy.
He's really, really, really well respected and highly rated.
And people who sparred him and done have
Yeah,
rated him really highly.
he's
See,
a phenomenal body puncher.
I want to have to say something here. I admit, the only guy I'm worried about Usyk fighting is Caballel. I don't think any of the others I'm that worried.
Uh, Dubois' next fight will be Fabio Wardley because Fabio Wardley's activated the rematch
Rematch
clause.
clause. Yeah.
So what will happen now is they'll have so many days to sort it out.
And Atoma's already got a fight booked in August, and that's probably going to be Hrgovic.
Yeah,
And then the winner and the winner then could be
yeah.
faced up. That probably, I think that's already in the plans as the next
Yeah.
sort of fight to build.
But I think it will it's Dubois Wardley next, and I say the winner of that will fight Moses. I don't.
Well, the winner of Moses
I think
Hrgovic.
the thing is them fighters are all the same under the same promoter of Frank Warren, and I don't think they can hold Moses' world title back anymore. If he beats like a Hrgovic,
Yeah, yeah.
and if I'm at Moses, I'm like, right, well, I'm fighting
Well, if he beats
Dubois
Hrgovic, then
next.
he's got to be there, isn't he?
Dubois might.
I don't think Dubois got any of that after Wardley rematch. Who else is he going to fight?
Got to fight
Because he's not going to
Moses.
get Usyk, is he?
He's
So
got to fight Moses.
yeah, yeah.
And if not
So
Moses, I'm pushing for that fight.
I think there is a plan a bit along those lines. So I think the winner of Wardley Dubois will be against the winner of Tomer and Hrgovic.
And you know what?
And whoever gets it, they deserve.
Yeah, fight. If you lose, you lose.
Even Hrgovic, if Hrgovic beats Atoma, then Hrgovic deserves that because he's been in that queue.
A loss doesn't mean anything. So
yeah.
no, I don't agree with that, mate.
No.
Well, I think what Fabio Wardley will do this time is he'll go in and try and box a little bit more,
Use the jab.
as Usyk says.
The jab.
Where is your jab? Could be a different look. I think it goes one of two ways: is Dubois steamrolls him,
Yeah,
or Wardley boxes a little bit better, picks his punches better, and stops Dubois.
I agree. If I was breaking it down,
Yeah,
that's the two scenarios. It's either Dubois gets enough confidence and Wardley doesn't improve, but like Wardley normally improves from outcome to outcome. And if he actually boxed even in the first one, if he actually boxed behind the jab and set it up instead of just throwing the right hand, he would have got a
it's
better
not
outcome.
whether he boxed. It's whether he can box,
Yeah, there is that question.
because we've never seen Wardley box. We've seen Wardley fight, and he's phenomenal at it. And in a fight, I'd back Wardley against Dubois all day. But like I said, that even if Dubois boxes, he beats Wardley. If Wardley can just learn how to throw jabs,
It sets
feints,
up the punch a bit more in it than just
I think he could beat Dubois. But this is what's great. You know, he could beat Dubois, and Moses could beat Wardley, but Moses could get beat by Dubois. Hergovich could beat Wardley.
between the four of
It
them.
can
You could see
all.
any
It's not
outcome.
even just the four of them. That whole top 10. They could beat and lose against each other, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's how well he's recovered from the fight. It will be interesting to see depending on when they actually make the fight. But I think Gazatoma and Hergovich have got in August. They've got a bit of time. So some point this year, depending on how much damage he's got. I mean, if he fights damage, then it's going to be difficult. And he hasn't been beaten, so it's how he recovers from that. Whereas Dubois has, and it's
It'll
recovered.
most probably be sooner than you think, because I think they'd want it in a stadium.
Yeah,
It's not going to be an arena. I think Frank Warren, his promoters will think that Dubois Wardley will most probably do a stadium because
yeah,
of the first one. You're talking a stadium between 40 and 70,000. It's all weather dependent on stadiums over in the UK. So I think the latest to do it is September. Would you agree with that?
I would agree with that.
If Wardley is going to be ready in September. If not, I think obviously we don't know the ins and outs of the rematch clause. There's going to be a few things in there of like, you announce the rematch clause, and you've got to do it within a certain time. If Wardley ain't ready, Dubois, I think, will want to stay active, so he'll just move on. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think that is. Right, we're going to move on because we've been spent a lot of time on this. There's a few fights coming up next week. So Bivol versus Eifert first, seeing as we've spoken about Bivol. Warm-up fight and light heavyweight. Obviously, Bivol had his injury and surgery. So do you know much about Mr. Eifert?
Nope.
Okay, should we do it? I'll do a tail of the tape. Bivol has 24 wins, 1 loss, obviously against Beterbiev.
I do agree with that.
25 fights in total, 12 wins by KO. He's age 35. He's 6 foot tall, 183 centimeters, 72-inch reach, 183 centimeters. And this is a light heavyweight, so it's 175 pounds, 79.4 kilo limit. And he fights out of an orthodox stance. Eifert has a record of 13 wins, 1 loss, 0 draws, 14 fights, 5 wins by KO. He's age 28. He's 5'11", 181 centimeters. And he fights out of an orthodox stance as well. Yeah,
Bivol,
it's basically a warm-up fight, isn't it? So, and Bivol is a consummate professional. I've been watching a bit of videos on his training. So as long as he's not injured anything and he doesn't look like it, you would
don't think
expect
he'll
it.
stop him, and most probably go for 12 rounds.
Yeah, he'll try and get the 12 rounds in, I think. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
Any comments on that?
It's very,
and then we'll see. It's either going to be the trilogy or the Benavides, isn't it?
got to be the trilogy. I think they signed up for the
I think they're
trilogy.
already signed up for the trilogy, so it's going
Yeah.
to be the trilogy. And Beterbiev Davidoff did have a fight, and he's cancelled it. So I think trilogy. Well, the trilogy is the only one that makes sense, and then the winner of that, then a Benavides type fight makes sense, isn't it?
Yeah. Sad that
To
they've
go,
both been injured badly.
yeah. I think what is Beterbiev's now 40. I didn't realize Bivol was that old. It's 35.
Yeah,
I still thought he was still on 30. But yeah, you think, yeah, that's about
it's quite sad.
that they get to the. But yeah, I think then the winner of them does make sense for a Benavidez fight.
I agree. I don't think there should be a third fight because Bivol,
I had Bivol win both of them anyway, so
yeah,
I'll just say that.
and the second one he won really, really clearly. But and this is what we go on about the likes of Usyk downloading information on fighters. Bivol's just as good, if not better. Once he works out a fighter,
The thing with Bivol is
the third fight against Beterbiev, it'll be a really easy night for Bivol, unless his injuries have really affected him, which I don't. I think this is why he's
No,
taking
I think
such
that's why they're
time
taking
out.
the time. Yeah,
But I think
and I think Betabiev's getting older. So as good as
and
Betabiev
let's be
is,
honest, Bivol Beterbiev too wasn't even close.
no,
Yes, it was a close fight,
yeah.
but on the scorecards, I didn't really give Beterbiev I think I gave him 2 rounds.
Well, in the first one, I had 117, 115 to Bivol. I
Yeah,
mean, I could see a draw. You could see it the other way. It was quite close.
but the
But
second one,
Beterbiev did close it out better because Bivol got tired in the latter rounds. And then you can see him like the last 2 or 3. Second one, Bivol, perfect game plan. And the problem is you think, but that wasn't because Beterbiev was worse. I think Beterbiev was actually better in the second fight as well. I think just
Bivol
Bivol
was
improved
supreme.
that little, fixed all the things.
Bivol.
Not easily, but I think he does. I think Bivol beats Benavidez.
Bivol against Benavidez is going to be like Bivol against Canelo.
Yeah.
Benavidez is phenomenal. He is.
Yeah, yeah.
He is. Bivol's just. It's a bit like it's happened a few times in the sport where Ricky Hatton, Floyd Mayweather. Ricky Hatton was fantastic, but Mayweather's just a league above, and it shows elite and world class.
See, I have Bivol in the.
And Bivol against Benavidez. It's like I say, it's just Bivol Canelo. Yes, Canelo's phenomenal, but Bivol
The fight I would have liked to see
phenomenal.
is Benavidez and Beterbiev because I think that's like really more. I think Bivol is boxing wise is a little bit better than Benavidez. Benavidez has a speed and power, but I think Bivol is a little bit.
Problem is
Beterbiev is he's too old now.
Benavidez is great with his speed when they don't move.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you think Bivol's going to stand still for a
Yeah.
second? Not a chance.
And yeah, I think it's like you
Do you
said.
watch the last few Benavidez fights? They stand right in front of him and don't move.
Zerdo just stood in front of him.
Bivol is Benavidez. He's quick, but he might catch him with the first punch, but by the time he's thrown 3 and 4, Bivol had spun round and caught him with 3 or 4 jabs of his own and moved off.
And Bivol's jab is fantastic.
Yeah.
In his in and out movement and the balance.
And he's really quick as well, Bivol.
Yeah.
Really quick. Yes, Benavidez is really quick.
And I think you're going to see him be a bit better because I think the injury was a little bit hindering him before.
Yeah.
And if he's fully recovered, which he looks like in his thing and the training, I think you might even see a better version of Bivol.
What I will say is Benavidez is a faster combination puncher than Bivol. But Bivol one punch is well quicker than Benavidez. And like you said,
once he gets into that,
yeah, he's phenomenal.
He's phenomenal.
He is.
And he may even be the fastest of that of all.
But Bivol ain't going to let him do that.
Punch, jab, and things. Yeah, he's going to be in
not going to let him
he's going to be in range. And Bivol is a master of range. I think more than Benavidez. I mean, that's a hell of a fight. But like I said, the fight I want to see Benavidez fight, and I want to ask you as well. The Benavidez fight I want to see against Opataya.
Yeah,
and I think that's the fight.
That's the one.
I think it's easier for Benavidez because he doesn't have to weight cut, and Opataya does deserve. Well, I would want to see Opataya get there because I don't know if from opponents he probably doesn't observe, but I think deserve. But I think from the point of view of a fight, Benavidez and Opataya makes more sense. And let these have the trilogy.
Don't forget, like 2 years ago, there was talk of Bivol Opataya.
Yeah, yeah. Well, then I wouldn't mind
Yeah.
because I think if Bivol and Beterbiev have theirs, then Bivol wins. There's nothing left for him to
No,
do.
I think
He's light
what
heavyweight.
the plan was if when Better Biev Bivol won, if in the second fight, if Better Biev would have won, it would have been Better Biev versus Opetaya.
Yeah,
But because it was a Bivol win and it was 1-1, so they did the
and
rematch.
then because they've both had the injuries and obviously Bivol's longer in recovery, it's slowed down things. Yeah, if Bivol's injured, then it holds him up. I think that's the part of it. But yeah, I mean, in this fight, it's basically, I think it's heavy favorite.
Yeah,
Barney
look,
wins.
it's a warm up fight. Let's
All
not
right, we're going to write up predictions. Actually,
bet on points.
yeah, I think he's just going to take it to. He'll stretch it out to get the rounds in.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think he could probably take him out, but he's going to stretch it out to get the rounds in. Comfortable, probably 12 rounds to Bivol fight. If it's 12 rounds or 10 rounds, whatever it is, they'll however many rounds. I think he'll take it to there, and then then it's better be a Bivol, which fantastic.
Since
Look forward to
what, September, October,
probably, hopefully.
Saudi?
Well, they say Moscow, isn't it,
What?
in Russia?
Can't do that.
I know. Well, I don't know where they're going to do. We'll see.
No,
But
sorry, no,
there was talk that that's what the original plan was
no.
before they got injured and everything. And if not, probably Saudi because they've got the Canelo and the Billy event. I think so. Probably after that, whatever Riyadh
I'd put
season
it
in
on that
October.
event.
Well, no, I think it'll probably be its own event, isn't it? They'll be headlining.
Canelo and Billy on the undercard on
Canelo ain't going to go on this
it.
year.
Why?
No, because I think they've already given Canelo as the headline. Because on that day, there's also Garcia and Conor Ben, isn't it, in Vegas? So I think that's Canelo and Billy. Yeah, yeah. We'll talk about that when it's there.
No, we're not. We won't talk about that.
So I think but the fight but after that, like the October event or whatever Riyadh season, could be if they don't do it in thingy.
Or will it be on the undercard of Fury AJ?
Well, yeah, then maybe
Boom, just made it.
in Wembley.
I've made the card. I've
In
just done it.
Wembley.
Just done it. The card's made.
That would be an epic fight, isn't it?
Fury AJ.
But I suspect they're going to be headlining, and it'll be one of them in either Moscow or wherever, somewhere in Russia, Moscow, St. Petersburg,
It better not be in Moscow.
and then and if not, it'll probably be a Riyadh
Yeah.
season thing.
I'd rather have it in Riyadh. They shouldn't be
They
fighting
might
in
be in it
Moscow.
because it's the man's paying the bills, and they'll be getting big paydays, so it'll be one of those. Right, let's move on next. More interesting fight, a more even one. Shaki Foster and Raymond Ford is on next weekend. So tailor the tape. Shaki Foster. This is super featherweight world title fight. 24 wins, 3 losses, 0 draws, 27 fights in total, 12 wins by KO. He's age 32. He's 5'9", 174 centimeters tall. This is super featherweight. It's 130 pound, 59 kilogram limit, and he fights out of orthodox. And Raymond Ford has 18 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, 20 fights in total, 8 wins by KO. He's age 27. He's 5'7", 170 centimeters, and he fights out of southpaw. Good fight, isn't it?
Great fight, this.
Looking forward to watching because
Proper
this
chess
is
match.
proper 50-50, as they say.
Well, it's 49-51
To
for Shaki.
yeah, I was just going to tweak it and say it's probably Shaki Foster's probably a little bit of a favorite.
Really good fight, close fight. Been boxing masterclasses.
Yeah.
Like seriously, both really good, skillful boxers.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, Shaki Foster can fight as well, isn't it?
yeah, he can fight, but this is going to be just a great boxing match.
Yeah.
Great boxing match. Way forward, coming off a few good wins now. And
Shaki Foster's had some good results, and he's sort
I
of
can't see past Shaki Foster, but it's such a close fight, and a massive Ray Ford fan. I don't see. I see more way. Do you know what it's come down to on this? Is I can see Shaki Foster on how he wins. I can't see how Ray Ford wins.
Yeah, but you still want to give him a chance because
Yeah.
it's Ray Ford. So, and he's because he's got the height and reach advantage of Shaki Foster. He likes the rumble, and it's there. But Ford does have some boxing skills.
Mate, he's a
It's fantastic.
phenomenal boxer. Absolutely phenomenal boxer. I really, really rate Ford. But is Shaki Foster that special person that I've said he is?
Yeah.
It's just a great fight. This it's such a great fight.
Mm. Even the losses, I think, was only split decisions. I think Ford's was against oh man, wasn't it? Ball,
Mate, and I had.
and we had Ford winning. You definitely did.
I did, yeah.
I think I might have been a little bit biased onto Ball's side, but I think it was close fight, and you could have picked it either way. I think even Shaki Foster's. I'm trying to remember who his was. Was it Conceição, where they had a few?
I love that name, Conceição.
Yeah,
Great name.
well, he's won against him, isn't it? So I'll bring it up. I'll go. You can give your points on.
I just. I do think Oshaki is special.
I think Ford could be too, though, isn't it?
The Ford is
Oh, it's
special,
me out.
but I just think.
Foster has that bit of experience more.
Does he though?
Well, I think he's had a bit more like the really.
I just don't see how. I don't. I don't know. Honestly, it's such a close fight. I just see Oshaki's just like tiny bit better in the department, but I might be wrong.
You think Shirky Foster slightly?
Yeah. It's just
Me
slightly.
out of my thing.
Um,
Yeah, I think in every little thing, I think Shaki Foster is slightly bit. I think he's got a little bit more bite in his fight. I think he's got a little bit more experience and age on his side a little bit, and
who is this lost to?
recent ones was Conceição, wasn't it? And then he won against them in the second one, and I think it was a bit controversial score, or a little bit tight scoring, and then he's beaten him in the rematch by
Destroyed
split
Fulton
decision.
as well, didn't he?
He destroyed Fulton, basically one way, which obviously Fulton was rated as a thing, and Fulton was overweight as well.
And Fulton beat
Figueroa, Brandon Figueroa, twice at two weights. So
like I say,
I mean, he has. I think Shaki Foster's lost before, but it was a while ago. So when he was coming up,
I don't
split
know.
decision
It's
unanimous.
a 50-50 fight for me. This.
But if you look at his fights, he's beaten Fulton unanimous decision, basically one way. Conceição was close twice. He lost one, he won one. I think he did win that one. And Abraham Nova, he beat close fight. So Ray Vargas, he's got quite a good list of fighters. But if you put it in Raymond Ford's, we've got his one was the against Nick Paul, and like we said, that was close. It was a split decision, 115-13 both ways, and then two of them had it that way, and one had it, the other way. And you could have easily reversed that. And and he's had a win against Abraham Nova, close but unanimous decision. So he's had good fighters, but I think the two standout names, Nick Paul and Abraham Nova, he's won one, and Nick Paul, that was close. You could have said what. I think Shaki Foster has a little bit more in every little bit. But
I'm going to go Ray Ford. I just think he's going to do, when I say do one of them special nights.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. You can see him coming.
So I'm gonna go like for Raymundo Ford on points. Battle of the jabs, battle of the footwork, combination punching. Going to be a boxing masterclass from both fighters. It's going to be Bivol better Biev at a lower weight. This
Yeah,
is how
it
good.
could
This
be.
is how
It's how good
good
they are.
fighters
Yeah,
these are. Please, you're going for Oshaki Foster,
I'm
aren't
gonna
you?
go for a Shaki Foster
I'm
on
going to
points.
go Ray Ford.
On points. Yeah.
Should put a couple of quid on it. Boom, done.
Yeah.
You can buy dinner
So
if
let us know. Yeah, I'll sort
we'll
it
put
out.
dinner on it.
Yeah, go on.
Um,
Well, to be honest, I was going to edge towards Rayford because I thought you were going to pick a Foster.
well, I just what I did.
But I'll let you have
See
one.
what I did is I took you down the rabbit hole, and then I just veered
Yeah,
off that quick.
stop me. So I'm going to pick up a Shaki
That's
Foster
what I
now.
do
Um,
because
to be honest, I think Ford as well. Just going to
I've
sneak it.
always backed Ford. I do rate Oshaki Foster, but I've always backed Ray
I
Ford.
think this is Ford's chance to step into it. So,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna. I'll take as my prediction of Shaki Foster on points. But I think Raymond Ford is going to
I
sneak
will
it.
let you have that.
I'll sneak it. So yeah. So I'll let you have your thing.
Good fight, really good fight. Watch this one.
Yeah.
Seriously, watch it.
And then the last one, Adam Azim versus Claggett. So have we got a prediction or we got?
I predict I might fall asleep watching it.
Well, Azim's usually okay. He box out, but Claggett is.
Can I get the one in for Canelo?
I'm just trying to work out because I recognize that. I think Claggett has some experience in.
It didn't throw a punch in the fight.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to remember. The name's familiar, but is it a good thing or a bad thing?
I'm sure.
I thought Teofimo Lopez,
That's the one. Yeah, yeah. So not Canelo, Teofimo.
with Teofimo just basically um, won every round against him.
There any
Yeah, yeah.
Stephen Claggett.
He was supposed to be like quite good. So yeah, I'll give you tailored tape. Azim is 14 wins, 0 losses, 0 draws. So this is super lightweight, 140 pounds.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
14 fights, 11 wins by KO, age 24, 5'10", 178 centimeters height, 140 pounds, 63.5 kilos weight limit, and he fights out of orthodox stance. And Claggett is 40 wins, 8 losses, 2 draws, 50 fights in total, 28 by KO. He's age 36, so he's 5'8", 173 centimeters, and he fights out for orthodox as well. Yeah, he's the guy for Wentz team of Teofimo, so I think we did that, and then it was
Yeah,
just
look,
all one way, where we thought he was going to give him a bit of a contest.
it's a good step up for Adam Azim. Steve Claggett, I think he'd give Teo quite a good fight if I remember rightly. I think I remember when the fight was announced. I think I ripped Teo for like, who the hell is Steve Claggett?
Yeah.
But I think Claggett put up quite a noble display, to be fair.
He did, but I think they gave every round to Teo.
Yeah.
Although the scoring might have been a little bit.
But this is definitely a step up for Adam.
Yeah.
If he's as good as people are saying he is, he should take care of him. If he stops him, phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's something that I don't think Lopez did stop him, did he?
No, it was points.
Yeah, so
I don't think Lopez knocked him out. I think that's what we were complaining about because it should have been.
Yeah.
They should have been knocked out, and it was just.
So if Adam stops him, he can say, look, Teo didn't stop him, I have. It's good. I'm gonna say, is he world level? Claggett, fringe world level.
Fringe world level.
So it is a good step up for
I don't think he's been
Adam.
world class. He's never been a world title holder, but it's.
But Adam should take care of him.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's got a half decent opponent. Will he stop him? I don't know. Even if he doesn't stop him, as long as he puts in a dominant performance.
Battery or something.
Yeah, as long as he puts a dominant performance in.
On the side. Yeah.
and I think it should be okay. What?
You probably hear us. We might be frozen on the picture. We meant on the picture.
We are frozen. And we're back.
Okay. Yeah. You might not get that on the stream, but we might have been frozen for a little bit. Apologies for that.
What are you thinking? Adam Azim win?
Yeah.
Do you rate Adam Azim?
I'm not sure he's good as he's hyped up to be, but I think he is good. There's potential there.
Is that because he's with Ben Shalom?
That may have something to do with it.
Do you think if he was with Frank Warren or Eddie Hearn, he'd be a bigger name than he is now?
Yeah. The problem is they've got other fighters in the same
Yeah, Eddie Hearn's got
class.
yeah, what's his face, honey? The champ that beat Matisse.
Yeah, Dalton Smith.
Yeah.
The problem in the division is 140. It's a stacked division. So does he get in? Is he world class at that level? I think he's close to. He's good at getting there, so he should beat a Claggett.
This is what did his
But he's
15th
young
fight.
enough, isn't he?
This is his 15th fight.
Yeah.
Claggett's a good
He's
step
only
up
20,
for him.
Yeah, he's only 24, and you're fighting
Yeah.
a seasoned professional with 50 fights.
Good
So
step up.
depending on the level of performance here, and he probably will have a little bit of difficulty, then you're in that conversation, and then you can step up to those at 140. But 140 is quite well stacked up division. But he's young enough, so it's like I think he needs to do the steps up, and there's potential there to be really good. Because he has the tools, he's got good power, he's got good boxing
Yeah,
skills.
the problem is, it's not a problem, and I don't want to knock, but my issue is if he was with a bigger promotional company, I think he'd be a lot bigger star.
Yeah. He may have to. Well, no, probably the man who's got him won't like saying it. But
Isn't it? Or is it fighting on ITV or channel?
it's on BBC Two.
BBC,
So
BBC
which is
Two.
for those,
That's our terrestrial television over in the
yeah,
UK.
the sort of national TV channels.
Free to air.
Yeah. Well, that's why I think they're trying to get them build them an audience.
Yeah, you know what? It's good because it's free to air and anyone in the UK can watch it. It's how the fights where the fights used to take place in the late 80s and would get 14 and 15 million views. The likes of Ben Eubank and stuff like that was on BBC.
Well, I think that was when they were
Terrestrial
like free, so
television.
it's
Joe
a-
Calzaghe did a lot of
Yeah.
his fights on terrestrial television. I just don't think terrestrial television's the way forward, is it?
It's not the way forward now, and it's the streaming platforms give you bigger
Yeah.
audiences. But I think here, at least, it's a chance for him to get a little audience for people to watch without having to pay all
Would the
the
younger
fees.
generation know how to switch BBC One on?
Or BBC Two on.
BBC Two on?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure they know what BBC Two is.
Okay.
They definitely know what Netflix is and
Yeah,
other
that's
things,
what
but
I
I'm not sure they
mean.
know what BBC Two is. They probably never watched BBC Two in their life. So
Well, for Adam, like this is it's a good step in the right direction. It's a good fight for him. A lot of people will be calling for a better opponent. This is a really good opponent for where he's at in his career. Like I say, this coming up for his 15th fight, and he's going in a guy that 2 fights ago fought Teofimo. So if it was good enough for Teofimo, it's certainly good enough for Adam Azim.
yeah.
So yeah, and to take away the narkiness I have for Ben Shalom, Adam seems a good fighter. This is a good step.
It's a good step up.
Really,
it's a good
is.
level fight.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck to him, and then you can build up on that. It's like he's only 15 fights, and his age, he's got time to build up to that, and then it's a well stacked division, so you've got a lot of big fights. So
That go for you, yeah, definitely.
So predictions. Should I get odds while you're doing predictions?
It's a statement. Is it a statement if he stops him and Teo didn't?
I think it is a little bit. I think that's what they'll be going for, isn't it? To make a little
You know
bit.
what I mean?
He has got pop. I think what we were saying is that the Teo then didn't seem to have the pop at 140 as he had at like the lower weights, isn't it? So
All right. Do you know what? I'm going to go Adam Azim. I nearly said stoppage, but then I changed my mind to points. What do I do now, Mo?
pick one because I'm going to pick the other. Let me just do while you're thinking. Let's see if there's any.
Look, you're doing research on how many times Clackett's been stopped. That's not fair.
8. No, he isn't. It's 1 to 7 minus 710 for Azim and 4 to 1 plus 400 for Claggett. And on their predictions, although it's based on one prediction, it's 100% for Azim. So that's his mum or dad or his coach.
Azim by stoppage.
He's only been stopped once, Claggett.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's a tough cookie.
Sounds like that might have been like in an early fight as well. Yeah, that was in an early fight.
Against who?
Romeo Jacko Salim.
I know him
What
well.
a name. Where is that?
Body shot, I reckon.
That's 8th round KO
Oh, right.
out of an 8-round fight. But he actually had the other guy down twice in the 3rd round.
Sounds like a wonder. That sounds like a great fight. I might have to watch it.
Just to find some wins. There's a video.
Yeah, I'm going to go Adam
That was
Azim.
back in 2011, and then he's been beaten, but it's usually like a split decision or a
Yeah.
thing. I don't think he's at, apart from the.
I'm going to go Adam Azim on late stoppage or points. I'm going to go 10th.
I think Tiafimo's is only like wide points one.
I know. That's what I,
And that actually could be
I
a
shouldn't
closer
do
finish.
that because I've got Tiafimo in my head, and I shouldn't. I'm going to go Adam Azim stoppage in the 10th.
Um, oh no, Zim on points. Well, whatever you want to say, I was going to do the opposite. So I'll go
Okay, I like it.
Zim on
I like
points.
it.
Only because he hasn't been stopped. So I think there's some opportunity there for. I think he'll get rounds in as well. But I could see him stopping him as well later on. I think
Be
he's got
good if he
all the
did.
pop.
Be good.
I think that's a statement, like you said, and then it puts him in that because Teo didn't. And Banks, like you said, has only been stopped once, and he had the other guy down in that as well, so it could be a bit to and fro. It's a tough fight,
Yeah.
but Azim should just have enough of the skills and the things in the bank to beat him. Okay, thank you very much. There's nothing else to say, is there?
No,
Is there
the only
anything
thing
else?
to say is that we've got 30-degree heat outside, so
Yeah, so we need to get outside in the sunshine, get our vitamin D,
yeah. Because as
recover
you can see, I'm
because
white.
we were watching quite late as well.
Yeah,
But it was a fantastic
and because I
event.
watched the fight back twice, I didn't go to bed till 2 o'clock this
Yeah, it was a
morning.
bit hot to go to sleep.
Um,
But yeah, so thank you very much for watching and listening and all the questions. And we shall see you in the next episode. Let us know your thoughts in comments and have a look at some of our other videos if you want to see what we've said about Tiafimo, Claggett, and Azim. And I'm not sure if we've done that one, Azim, or Usyk and Co. and
yeah.
Bivol and Better Be. We've done a few of those. So
Thank you
thank you
very
very much.
much.
We'll see you in the next one.
Ow.